All right, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we're going to make little by little just a little bit louder. Going to take the original air horns and we're going to mount them up underneath the sleeper. I know a lot of the purists will say, hey, they belong on the roof, but I'm going to continue with the kind of clean look I got going on, and we'll mount them underneath so at least we have some horns for safety. And special shout out, by the way, to Ralph and Bonnie. They reached out to me out of Leduc, and they offered to make the little by little sticker, which I think looks just awesome in the window. So thanks again. And then the last time I was at Fort Garry getting some parts, I saw a little something I couldn't resist. So we'll get this thing mounted on there as well. Check this out. 145 decibels of zinc plated goodness. Oh yeah. Look at that. So we'll put that on there and see what it sounds like. Don't forget to plug your ears. So before I got going on the air horns, I was actually looking around for the mounts for the original horns, and I noticed on top of my toolbox these fender mounts that I've been wanting to mount for a long time. Now they're for 379s, not 359, so I had to notch them a little bit to fit. But I think that that looks pretty sharp and kind of finishes off the front fenders. Now again, the hood needs work. The hood caps are pretty damaged, so I need to be able to probably zip cut all these hucks off and remove the caps. Now I noticed I was mucking around on the internet, and Dirks has the roof caps, or the hood caps. I'm calling roof caps, hood caps, and so I'll probably try and get those brought in and fix up. You can also get, I've got a new top cap to fix all these dents. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you can kind of see it there. So I got a new top cap. I need to get side caps, probably from Dirks. New bolts. I don't know if the grill needs replacing. I think I might be able to salvage it, but the hood needs a lot of work. So I just kind of threw those fender mounts on there for now. And then again, with my ADD, I saw these laying around. The previous owner had sold them in a package deal to me. So we'll go ahead and throw those on there. Why not? 2 little bolts each. We'll try and make it look as nice as we can with the old hood, but the hood still needs work. So if anyone's got an original 359 hood that they want to get rid of, please send me a note, twinstickgarage@gmail.com, because I could definitely use it. So one nice thing about this particular hood, I notice it's not a common feature in all of 359s. At least I don't think it is. Oh, you might not be able to see that. Let's tilt that down. There's a little access door for checking your coolant without having to raise the hood. But it's quite convenient because now I can get those 2 little bolts in there, or 2 little whatever you call them, kind of washer nuts, to get the Peterbilt logo off. So that makes it easy. This one's pretty neat because it's got the little bit of road damage. Kind of matches the patina of the hood. So I'm debating, but I think I'll put the new one on. I'm definitely going to keep this though. So I didn't put the chrome hood on the front one here for a couple of reasons. The holes didn't line up, so I would have had to drill 2 new holes. But that's not a big deal. But just mocking it up, it was a little too much chrome with the duct there, and sometimes less is more. But I do like it on the side. I think it stands out nice against the faded paint and gives the Peterbilt logo a little more pop. So, yeah. All right, Mark, stop farting around with the silly stuff, and let's get to those horns. Nope, no horns yet. Got distracted again. I just, this is really bugging me, and I just kind of wanted to do a temporary fix. So I cut a little piece out of the old roof cap, and I'm just gonna try and keep molding it to fit in here, and then we'll rivet it on there so this doesn't tear up anymore and get any worse. So temporary fix, folks, temporary fix. Yeah, so I'm thinking something like this. I just kept forming the metal, and the roof steel should hold this in place quite nicely. Again, just temporary, but I'll try and bang this all straight, and then we'll put some pop rivets in there and then keep this crack from walking any farther. I think that'll look a little better. I never once accused myself of being a competent body man, but that'll at least keep that tear from walking, and it looks a little better. So, okay, now on to our regular scheduled program of mounting some air horns. So feedback from fans and from what I've been reading is the best thing to do is mount these things pointed down so the sound bounces off the ground and makes it even louder. Now some guys put them on their boxes, but the problem is with the 4 trumpets, there just isn't a lot of room. Some guys put them in front, but they just won't fit in there. So I think I'm going to mount it underneath. But again, the spots are limited just because of the size of this thing. I'll see if I can show you where I was thinking of putting it. Oh, I love crawling under trucks. So it can't go on this battery box because there's just not enough room because of the crossover and the exhaust pipe. So I was thinking, oh, it's tricky to do one-handed and keep filming. I'm thinking of putting it something like this on this box here. That can mount on there. Now the only problem is though we're starting to flirt with the drive shaft. I don't know how comfortable I am with that. So, well, I'll have to keep digging around in here. There just isn't a lot of spots that you can put it on. As you can see, that seal is still leaking. So this is a project that needs doing sooner or later. I'm gonna have to maybe drop this transmission out of here and do pinion seals, input and output, because they're both leaking and spraying oil all over my my nice clean truck. So, old trucks, the projects never end. Everywhere you look, there's something that needs fixing. Okay, that's not bad because I think we got enough clearance in the drive shaft. Worst case, it'll just spin around and smack my $100 horns. But I don't know. I think this is about as good as we're gonna get for mounting these. I hope the bottoms aren't too low. They're gonna take a lot of road grime, but not too much to go up into the horn. It should probably just moisture and that'll fall out of there. Well, it gets the checkbox of mounting it kind of hidden under the truck, so people don't know I have these things. And then it also, they're pointed at the ground. I can't see another spot where I can mount them where they're not going to be in the way. There just is nothing. Oh, me and my problems. I guess that's why this thing was on sale. Because nobody could fit it under their truck. So I got her mounted. Decent clearance from the transmission, and I don't know, a couple inches from the 3 inches from the spinning drive shaft, but I think that'll work. So the kit that comes with it comes with an electronic solenoid. The main air goes in there through that port. So this guy was in there, and you're supposed to wire this up to 12 volts, so you can just hit a button. But again, I've read that you can make it even louder and kind of play with the tone if you have a hand valve, which I have that I'll show you after, that'll put in the cab. So I removed the electronic solenoid, and then I got some, I just got some compression fittings and some new line. So what we'll do is I just let the air out of the tanks. So we'll take the plug out of that front tank there. I think that's the second or third auxiliary. So we'll pull that cap off. Again, I got another compression fitting for that to fit this this 1/2 inch line. So we'll run it out of the tank, and then we'll run it up into the cab to the hand valve, and then back down, and then into the train horns. So pretty easy installation. We'll get at it. Well, that's just great. So these are 5/8 fittings, and this is 1/2 inch line. So the goof that sold them to me at Fort Garry can't even seem to match stuff up. Shame on me for not checking. Oh, damn it. Look at this. Yeah, wrong size. So now I gotta make a trip to Fort Garry to get the right size line. So this is the hand valve. This is a 7-inch from Grand Central. So it mounts on the floor like this. And the airline will come in from the tank, go through this valve, this hand valve, and then down to the air horn. And then we'll just screw it into the floor. That's gonna look sharp. Now, I think the fitting that he gave me for that went into the air horn, or the train horn there, was for 1/2 inch. So it may have just been, and I may not need 5/8 line. Let's see if this is the right stuff. Yeah, that looks right. So it's 1/2 inch fitting, so I gotta run, maybe I'll just run to traction and get a 1/2 inch adapter to take this line into the air tank. Fun. So I got the stand mounted here. I drilled 2 1/2 inch holes for the airlines to snake through, and then I just used some stainless steel carriage bolts. The bolts they had that were countersunk with an Allen head that looked nicer were just about that long. They were way too short, so I need about twice that length. So that'll work for now. I'll try and get some newer ones to replace it that match properly, but there, it gives you an idea. Whoops. Once you get the airlines in. Honk honk. Cool. All right, so went to traction, and my friend Andrew there hooked me up with the right part this time. So let's try this again. Not 5/8, 1/2 inch, please. 1/2 inch. So we'll put a little pipe dope on the threads. And there, something like that. Enough, but not too much. Okay, now to undo the work that I did earlier. Oh, I made it tight too. Oh. I also bought some engine degreaser because this is bugging me, having oil sprayed all over my nice aluminum tanks. I gotta get those seals fixed. Oh, so many things to do. So many things to do. Oh. All right, tighten that up, and then we'll put the airline on. Actually, before I put the line on, as I snake it up, I might get dirt in it, so we'll get it all the way up through the stand, and then we'll blow it out before I actually connect it to the tank. All right, so I'm just snaking the line up through the holes in the floor that I cut. And we'll just, that should be enough. There. Okay, now I'll do the same with the other one, and then we'll cut these clean and do all the fittings and connect them to the valve, and then set them down in there. So, if you're gonna do an old truck like this, or I guess any project, you got to be prepared for the fact that not everything's going to fit perfectly. So the little collars that go on here, they wouldn't quite fit. So what I used was a flapper wheel, and I just tried to turn down and take down some of the material on the outer diameter. So something like that, I just kept kind of working at it until this little collar would actually fit. Let's see if I can get this one on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, push that guy on there. And this little fitting goes inside the line. And there you go. That bolts up to the valve. Something like this. Now, because it's a compression fit, I don't think you need pipe dope on there, but we'll find out as soon as we try and air the truck up. So something like that. And then I'll pull out the slack in the lines to get it to drop. Actually, I should tighten that with a wrench. But you get the idea. That'll just settle down. And then that's how you turn it on and off. So another neat thing, I was looking on the Grand Central website there, and someone suggested getting an air blowgun for your truck. So this is pretty neat. You can get these. I saw them at Fort Garry and other truck parts stores too. They're about 30 bucks. And so all you do is you cut the line to your seat, and this just taps in, and you just push the line in, and it's got little teeth in there, and it just grabs the line and it tees it out. And then when the truck's aired up, you have a little blowgun to blow out all the dirt out of your truck and keep it clean. So I thought that was pretty slick. And then I realized I also had to blow the air out of the line, or blow all the dirt out. So I just want to make sure that that's clean, because I imagine there's tiny little orifices in the train horns, and if there's any dirt or whatever, I imagine that would be a bit of an issue. So yeah, we're getting closer. My wife doesn't want me blowing this train horn in the subdivision, so we might just do a quick little test, but then if we really want to test it, we'll have to drive her up the road out into the country to really try it out. Yeah, no, this thing's pretty handy. You can use it to clean out your cabs, you can blow out your carpet, clean off your seat. Yeah, well worth 30 bucks. Okay, so I cut the line off the length I think I need. And we'll just put this fitting over this. Okay. Yeah, that's how it should fit. Just snug. Okay. Again, no pipe dope required for a compression fitting. You shouldn't need any. Now I'll just zip tie that line out of the way. Okay. Always when you're rolling around your back, you never find your wrench. There we go. And it doesn't look like the right wrench either. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Don't you love it when you can only do a tiny little bit of a turn and then you got to flip your wrench around? Oh, what a treat. Why wouldn't they put it on the top going down? It's so much easier to get to. Oh, it's getting pretty snug. That should hold. That should hold there. Okay. Now we'll finish the one at the back, and we'll fire it up, and we should be ready to test. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I wanted to also highlight a project that I've been working on with my daughter. We decided to get this world map, and I wanted to put pins in everywhere my fans are. So right now I've started going down the list of all the people, of the 200 people that I sent stickers to that have contributed to their food bank. So we started working on it last night. Majority in the States, few in Canada, you know, a couple in Europe, some in Australia and New Zealand. And we're still going down the list. But I wanted to see, you know, how far over this goes and how many people are actually enjoying TwinStick Garage and watching out there on the old interwebs. So when you subscribe, comment down below. Let me know, you know, city, country, where you're watching from. And we're going to go ahead and I'll put in a pin for you, and we're going to try and fill up this map little by little. Oh, and one final thought. If you haven't been getting notifications of the TwinStick Garage videos, it's because my channel got somehow categorized as made for children, and as soon as I realized that, I corrected it. But for whatever reason, a lot of people have lost their notifications. So supposedly the YouTube engineers are working on it, and they keep sending me update emails saying they need a little more time. But the best way to fix it right now, from what I've been told, is you can unsubscribe and then resubscribe and then hit the bell for notifications, and you'll never miss another episode of TwinStick Garage.